Coach, when you're ready.
I'm just excited to get our first win down here, and it's all about advancing. And I thought the team, for the most part, we played a pretty well-rounded game on both ends of the floor. So I was excited about that. We played some really good team basketball, which is what we've been working towards, and it's just really nice to get our first win.
Questions? Start right here in the front row.
Kelsey, can you? Andrew Ramspacker, Daily Progress. Kelsey, it was an 11-point game with about 6.5 minutes left, and maybe BC gave it look like they were going to come back again on you guys. The shot clock's winding down, and you throw up that three that banks in. Can you kind of take us through that, and how big was that maybe a sign that you were going to finish that out?
I think that was a big sign. Shot clock was going down, and I think I was 2-3 feet off the three-point line, and I just shot it, and it went in, banked in. Bree said on the bench that she called the bank for me, so that's probably why it went in.
Doug
Dowdy from the Roanoke Times. Ataira, could you talk about that stretch, 19 points in about 9 or 10 minutes between the first and second halves?
Well, I think I started the game for Wednesday. And Coach Corey, he just pulled me off to the side and said, I think you want it too much right now. Just let the game come to you. So I think that as I got more into a flow of the game, especially defensively, just, getting tips and steals and running in transition with my teammates, I think that the game started to come to me a little easier.
Andrew.
Joanne, just how proud of you that you did finish this one out, and it wasn't even a squeaker. They got within maybe 9 with about a minute and a half left, but that was it. How proud were you of the fact that you were able to close it out, and something you haven't done in a while?
Yeah, we talked about it, and they've had our number for a little bit, and so it's nice to get down. And like I said, when you're in tournament, everybody's record is null, and you're coming into advance as much as you can throughout the tournament. So for us to put a pretty complete game together, I just obviously it's going to build our confidence, and it's always nice to be playing team ball when you get W's. So,
Doug.
Kelsey, could you talk about playing BC after that previous game where you probably thought you were going to win that one, and then blowing the big lead in that game? Was there any kind of revenge, or did they have more of your attention after having done that the first time?
Yeah, I think so. And I know last season our first game in the ACC tournament was against BC, and we lost to them then. So we know we had to come out and really execute down the stretch and just take care of what we can take care of and execute our game plan.
Back here, far left.
Peter Katrumpis, Triangle Sports Network. Coach, in playing that inside-outside game and really getting the shots when you needed, matching it, was that something that was key that you had to do against this team that really more or less plays from the perimeter and was struggling?
yeah, I definitely thought, we changed our offense a little bit, and I thought it freed up our guards to get better looks. And then we got some touches inside. We finished. We got to the free throw line. So I thought overall our offense just flowed better. We missed some chippies and we missed some easy pull-ups, but I liked the flow of what we were doing just based off of how they were playing us.
Yeah, Andrew.
Joanne, there was some patterns developing again that have haunted you in the past. Sarah I gets 2 early fouls.
Yep.
Did you like the way you handled the rest of that half without her? And then her discipline, she comes back on the floor, doesn't have any other fouls the rest of the game. Yeah,
and we've been playing a lot of first halves without Sarah I. So yeah, she did, and we just talked about just being able to keep her in a game. And obviously sometimes it's helpful when other people go zone, but I thought she was a lot more disciplined, and she wanted the ball. And it's always nice. I thought we might have to go with our small lineup tonight, like completely small, and we didn't. And I thought Sid and Sarah Beth both came in and gave us a few minutes here and there, and that let us rest her. And we went with our typical 4-guard lineup. So we got a lot of different looks tonight, and everybody contributed.
Doug.
It's no secret that you don't have one of the tallest teams. How important is it that you out-rebound them 37-24?
We talked about attention to detail, and I think in our last game they out-rebounded us by a few, and that was a team that was -6 on the board. So that was one of our focal points tonight. We were going to do everything not to give them second chance points, and I thought we did a great job of paying attention to that detail.
Andrew.
Frankie, how does it just feel to win? You guys had lost 4 in a row, 6 of 7. Just what does that do for you guys confidence-wise, and kind of look ahead to tomorrow against a Georgia Tech team that obviously got you guys pretty good last time?
I mean, I think that right now we understand how essential it is to really lock in and execute in these games. And I mean, it's literally do or die for us. I mean, we love playing together, and these are the last games we'll get to play together as a team. So I think that everyone's just eager and excited and just hungry to finish this season out strong.
Kelsey, do you want to answer that as well?
Whatever Frankie said was good.
Do we have any further? Yep, come back down here to Doug.
Yeah, Joanne, just what was the difference midway through the second half when you look at some of your other games? Once more, was it just attention to detail and?
Yeah, we got some stops. We got some crucial stops. And, where we've struggled, it's either we're not getting stops or we have a lull on offense, and I felt like both of those ends of the floor were pretty complete tonight, But when we had to get stops, I felt we did. I thought that was big for us, even when, we weren't scoring every time down the floor. So I thought we did a nice job offensively, but I think ultimately rebounding and getting stops, crucial stops, was really important.
Andrew.
Joanne, you talked about leading up to this, about how your seniors, how they're going to be accountable for how you finish this thing. Kelsey hits 2 huge threes there to kind of stretch it out. And obviously, Frankie gave you that huge lift going into halftime. How crucial were these two, in taking accountability of this game?
I mean, they were, and that's the great thing about seniors. You want them to go out in a tournament like this and, carry what they need to carry, and I thought they did that tonight. They've been here before. They're familiar with this arena. They're familiar with kind of the tournament setting, so it was important for them to come out and set the tone. So it's nice. It's the way you want to send out your seniors for sure.